Hello, my name is Risaldi Barakiel. I am a financial engineer and I've been trading the market, particularly the American market, since 1995. And since then, I've been trading different instruments such as stock options, forex. But I fell in love trading stock options in particular. It is easier to manage the risk, and there is an infinite, unlimited amount of profit can realize. Um, Here is the sample of a chart where I loaded the um, trading robot program I developed, uh, just to introduce to you how it works and how it started and how it evolves and finally how it performs. I started developing this program. Let me open the program for you guys to see. I started to develop this program in 2013, and as such, um, there are lots of hard work behind this, um, trial, testing, and debugging, and eventually, mid of 2015, I started a real trading testing of this by real trades, um, after exhaustive paper trading, eventually using the trading robot to trade um, using real money. And it surprised me how it really performs. It exceeded my expectation. um, as you can see here, this is the QQQ, which is the exchange traded fund of a Nasdaq. And if you look at the performance, you can see that it is growing rapidly. um, and it means that it only go in when the market is quite in the bottom, and comes out where the market is about to come down, which is quite ideal. In the real world, this is difficult to achieve, and trading manually, as I experienced in the past 10 years or so, this is the difficult part um, to predict. I can just show you how one can predict it. If you are here, you don't know if it's going to drop further or go up, so I think a trading robot helps me to analyze the market um, using statistical and mathematical formula that I gathered throughout the years through experience, um, and I put them into a program in here. And this program is loaded into a chart similar to this, where it is linked directly to my broker, to a broker in America. And this broker is an online broker that directly trades for me. In fact, these days the technology can link directly to the trading floor online. As you can see here, this is the QQQ, and this is the put. There are contracts put. Option put is where when the instrument stock price goes down, the put goes up. So it's the opposite of the price of the real instrument. Whereas the call, for some of you who are not so familiar with options, the call is that it goes along the directions of the instrument. For example, the QQQ, if the Nasdaq is rising, this also rises. But the thing is the QQQ rises like 50 times more higher than the stock price. So in other words, this is the derivative of the instrument. Here is also another ETF, which is the SPY. This is the stock options of the S&P 500. As you can see here, the price is dropping for the past 2 months, and one bar here is representing 4 hours. So as you can see, it's dropping and almost going nowhere. But our trading robot do differently. It's going up, it's rising. Yeah, it sometimes drop, but then it go up again, finding its peak, a new peak. It's making new peaks and up again, and throughout the new year it dropped a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that it will recover very soon and go and find a new peak again. All right. So this is the options, and in the SPY, this is the chart here. You can see is the call. Call means if the instrument is rising, for example, the S&P 500 is rising, this call SPY would also rise, but then higher than the actual instrument. The other one is the SPY put. So put is the opposite of the call. So if the instrument is dropping in price, for example, the S&P 500 drops, as you can see here in the new year, the instrument actually drops, but you can see here the put price jump up several in a big way, almost double the price, 100% up. So you can imagine the power of this option. I set up my profit target quite low, which is at 3,000 US here. So if I set it up a little bit higher, the robot could have captured this jump in price. But okay, we cannot be so greedy. If you look at the performance of this, it's like this. So you can see that the price in the market is almost flat. It's actually going nowhere. It's flat. If you average the price, 2 months price, this is almost 2 months. But you can see the robot is finding its new peak, and in the new year it found another new peak again here. So there's a slight drop here in this region, but then it finds a new peak again here. So that is how the robot works. That's how the program works. It works like finding the best opportunity to enter a trade. For instance, here the robot gets in here and went out here when he hits the profit target. So it went up here, and the robot is waiting again for the right signal to enter, and in this particular moment there is a good signal to enter, and again sell here. But then it came back here again, realizing that there is a potential uptrend, which the robot was perfectly timed correctly, and it went up again, perfectly going out, hitting the profit target before the price went down again. So in other words, you just keep scalping out the opportunities presented in the market. So when it is coming down, it stay away from the market. It goes up again here, but then there's a false signal. Immediately the robot cuts out the loss before it's further go down. You see, because the robot thought it's going up, but eventually it didn't. See, there's a good signal here. It went up for another 8 hours, but then the following day it dropped dramatically, and so the robot said, okay, this is a false signal, I'm going to get out. And that's what perfectly what he did here before it's too late. Without it, people might, if you do it manually, you may not know when to get out, but the robot cut the losses here um, before it deteriorated further. A similar thing here. He thought it's going to go up. He thought he's hit the bottom, and it's too premature, and he went out again because there's a seemed like a false signal, and it happened here again. He thought it's going to go up, but it didn't, so he just get out again, getting a stop loss. But this time around here, he's right. He rides it on and hit the profit target. Okay, so in this case, the settings of the profit target is quite low. Should have been higher, but okay, it doesn't matter. So aside from the options, there's a good opportunity as well in the E-mini, although it's quite risky, and so I only allocate small portions of my trading capital in the E-mini, partly because if something goes wrong in the market, which sometimes it happens, such as the September 11, 2011 incidents in New York where they bombed the Twin Tower, there's a sudden drops in the stock price, and if the robot cannot react quick enough, losses can incur tremendous loss. But this that's the reason why I don't really trade much on this E-mini. But then E-mini, if worst comes only once in a blue moon. It doesn't happen every month or every year. It happens like 5 years or 10 years or sometimes 20 years. It doesn't happen regularly. Just for your curiosity, what's the performance of the E-mini? It's very nice. Actually, I love it. If the market is normal, there's no huge negative news in the market that will collapse the stock price. This is a money-making instrument, and but then again, it's not for everybody. It is very risky, and so risky means you can lose more money than you have in your broker. You can owe the money to your broker if the market really went against you in a bad way. And so I try to minimize this. Unlike the option you can only control how much money you will lose. For example, if you have $100,000 in your account and you only trade $1,000, that's the maximum loss you can incur. If the market goes crazy the next day, it went to zero, for example, for whatever reason, of course it will not happen, your maximum loss is only $1,000. But that $1,000, it's unlimited profit you can incur. It can go 100% more of that, 200%, 300%, sometimes 1,000% in just a day or two. So you can imagine the power of the options. That's why I love trading the options. All right, I think that's it for the introduction. I will come back with a more for further follow up with this video to show you the performance as we go along, real performance of the trading robot and the strategy. Robot only works if you works well and serve you well if the strategy is right. If you have a wrong, bad strategy, the robot will perform bad as well. But so far the robot works according to the program. It perfectly executes according to the program, and I'm so happy with this. Been testing this for 2 years now, and actively trading for 6 months. And the The trading strategy, by the way, you can categorize this as like a swing trading, um, but a little more of that. I cannot really disclose too much of the trading algorithm here that I develop. Of course, there are mathematical formulations that I came up analyzing the market. It's not complicated, it's not a rocket science, but it's all about the experience that comes along with over 10-15 years of experience, trading experience. um, all right, that's all folks for now. Thank you very much and goodbye.